What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of this. I'm going to call it a handyman toolkit because there's so many pieces to it. But in this review, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this toolkit, including one thing you should know before buying. Okay, so first off, I just want to kind of show you a little bit about the case. Everything has its place, right? Which is nice if you're dealing with something like this, which is what I have now. We're replacing it with something like this. It's a lot more compact, a lot easier to deal with. Everything, as you can see, has its place throughout. It's also got this nifty little drawer. I could pull it out all the way, but it's hard to do with one hand. Hold on one second. There we go. This nifty little drawer here. It's got some screws, some anchors, some electrical tape right there. You can barely see it. Sandpaper, just basically everything that you would want just for like regular basic home stuff, right? Like I feel like a beginner home, tool set to have all these different things. This thing's amazing for that. It really has everything that you could possibly want, I feel. So go to this side here. It's got a little saw, ratchets, all that, everything for screwdrivers, whole ratchet set, basically hammer, adjustable wrench, all of these screwdrivers right here, little razor blade, Allen wrenches, tape measure, pretty much everything that you would want is in here. And I gotta say, I've had this for a little while now. I've been using it. The tools are actually pretty good. I was very skeptical, especially for the price, to see that these tools would actually hold up. But I've used these quite a bit here. I've used every one of these screwdrivers as well. I do quite a bit of home repair, not just at my house, but kind of in the neighborhood as well. So I've done quite a bit of things with this, and it's actually a pretty good set overall in terms of quality. I will say one thing I think is kind of stupid, like to have these right here. I mean, that's, probably something that I'm eventually going to pull out right here. Sandpaper here. I think that these could probably be better used. I'll probably just put larger screws in there or something because the ones that they come with are relatively small. But I think that, if you're just trying to have one thing that you carry around, this actually does a pretty good job. Let me close it up here to show you how big it actually is. Okay, so that's the total size there. So if you want to get kind of perspective into how big it is, right? You could see, for one person to hold, it's really pretty easy to do. I mean, it's really just, it's got a little bit of weight to it because there's a lot of different tools in here, but it's not a crazy amount, and everything does a pretty decent job of holding in place, even when you kind of bounce this thing around. Right, so you can see most of the stuff here has held into place. So that all said, yeah, it is a good set. I think, like I said, especially for beginners, amateurs, it is good. The one thing to know about it, what I think is, something that you need to realize, not all the time will everything hold in place, even though I just showed you an example where it did. I have noticed, if these kind of this basically gets thrown around a little bit, right? And when that happens, things in particular in here, like this specifically, will fall out. And then also you may notice when this is closed all the way, see how the scissors are right there? I haven't had anything fall out yet, but I could see that eventually being an issue. And some of this stuff has kind of gotten a little bit loose, but not really fallen out. So it's really not that big of a problem, just a small problem. But overall, I think, especially if there's someone who's just gonna, just got a new house or whatever, right? And they need all these, they have no tools whatsoever. You get them something like this, they just throw that thing up in the garage, use it when they need it. This has a lot of what you need. So I actually really like it. Definitely recommend it if you're not sure and kind of considering. Definitely is worth it in my opinion.